Welcome to this course on Process Safety Management, often referred to as PSM. This course explores the principles, practices, and regulatory frameworks designed to prevent catastrophic incidents involving hazardous chemicals, high-energy processes, and large-scale industrial systems. In this first module, we will focus on the history of process safety, reasons for its importance, OSHA's 14 regulatory requirements, and the CCPS 20 elements of process safety management. By the end of this module, you will understand not only why process safety exists but also how its framework is structured across global industries. Section 1: History of and reasons for process safety. Process safety has evolved in response to industrial accidents that have caused severe human, environmental, and economic damage. Notable disasters include the Flixborough disaster in the United Kingdom in 1974, where a chemical plant explosion killed 28 people. The Bhopal tragedy in India in 1984, where a gas leak killed thousands and injured hundreds of thousands. The Texas City refinery explosion in 2005, which caused 15 fatalities and injured more than 170 workers. Each of these incidents highlighted gaps in management systems, risk assessment, and safety culture. They demonstrated that traditional occupational safety, such as slips, trips, and falls, is not enough to prevent large-scale, low-frequency but high-impact events. The reasons for process safety are therefore clear: to protect workers and communities, to safeguard the environment, to ensure business continuity and protect company assets, to comply with legal and regulatory obligations, to build public trust and corporate responsibility. Section 2: OSHA's 14 regulatory requirements. In the United States, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, established a process safety management standard under 29 CFR 1910.119, focusing on the safe management of hazardous chemicals. This framework identifies 14 key elements, which we will now outline. Employee participation: workers must be involved in safety programs and hazard reviews. Process safety information: organizations must maintain detailed data on hazardous chemicals, process technology, and equipment. Process hazard analysis, PHA, systematic identification of hazards and potential failure scenarios. Operating procedures: clear, written steps for safe operation. Training: workers must be trained to recognize and control process hazards. Contractor management: contractors must follow safety rules and be evaluated for their safety performance. Pre-startup safety review: checks before new or modified processes go live. Mechanical integrity: maintenance and inspection of equipment to ensure reliability. Hot work permits: authorization and controls for high-risk tasks like welding. Management of change: structured process for evaluating and approving modifications. Incident investigation: procedures for investigating accidents and near misses. Emergency planning and response: plans for responding to fires, explosions, or chemical releases. Compliance audits: regular audits to evaluate compliance with safety standards. Trade secrets: ensuring that necessary safety information is accessible, even if it is proprietary. These 14 OSHA elements serve as the legal and practical foundation for U.S. industries, though many of their principles are now applied worldwide. Section 3: CCPS 20 elements of risk-based process safety. While OSHA provides a regulatory framework, the Center for Chemical Process Safety, CCPS, developed a more detailed, performance-based framework, the 20 elements of risk-based process safety. These elements are organized into 4 pillars: commit to process safety, understand hazards and risks, manage risk, and learn from experience. Commitment to process safety: leadership, culture, and workforce involvement. Process safety culture: promoting shared values and behaviors. Compliance with standards: adhering to internal and external requirements. Workforce involvement: ensuring participation at all levels. Stakeholder outreach: transparent communication with communities and regulators. Process knowledge management: maintaining accurate and current information. hazard identification and risk analysis, systematic evaluation of risks. Operating procedures, clear and accessible instructions. Safe work practices, permits, checklists, and protective measures. Asset integrity and reliability, equipment maintenance and inspections. Contractor management, oversight of non-employees working on site. Training and performance assurance, competency building and verification. Management of change, formal review of modifications. Operational readiness, checks before starting or restarting processes. Conduct of operations, discipline and consistency in daily work. Emergency management, preparedness and drills. Incident investigation, systematic learning from failures and near misses. Measurement and metrics, tracking leading and lagging indicators. Auditing, independent evaluation of systems. Management review and continuous improvement, leadership oversight and enhancement. The CCPS framework goes beyond compliance, aiming to create a culture of safety excellence. In this first module, we learned about the historical drivers of process safety, the OSHA 14 regulatory requirements, and the CCPS 20 elements. Together, these frameworks ensure that process safety is not just about rules but about culture, systems, and accountability. In the next module, we will turn to the tools and practices that bring these principles to life, including hazard analysis, management of change, mechanical integrity, incident investigation, and risk management.